Alright, my battery went dead on me. I don't even know where I was at on that. I think I was on the cucumbers, so I was showing how I use the string and the plant clips to tie up the tomatoes and the cucumbers. But you can see it from here. I just got it tied to the top there, and then I have the plant clips tied at the base, and I just twisted the cucumber around. Eventually, when that gets tall enough, I'm just going to actually let it fall off the back of the bed and just take over that part of the yard. And same goes for the cantaloupe right there. As you can see, it's already sprouting off in different directions, doing its thing. So, and that's got a deficiency also. If you look at the leaves, you can see that they're at the edges on the new growth. They're a little bit yellow, actually just light green. But I've got a way to fix that. And this one is as well. You can see. Maybe you can see. It's a little bit yellow right in the center. All right, my answer for that is this. It's BioWeed. It's organic. It's made by General Organics, the same company that does General Hydroponics. It's basically kelp or cold processed seaweed, and it's got very small amount of nitrogen and everything like that, but it's also got a lot of trace minerals in it. And so this is what I use. I actually just you can follow the instructions on it. It's like a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon per gallon of water, and then just just fill it up with water. Put your teaspoon in there, fill it up with water, shake it up, and then just kind of go around the base of the plants, or like the basil. You can see it's having a little deficiency there. Or you can spray it on. You can spray it on as well. This stuff, it's water soluble and it mixes well with water, and the plants can actually take that up through their leaves as well. So that's how you fix that. A lot of these, like the tomatoes, I've been doing that periodically, so that's why you don't really see any deficiencies with them. But especially the ones in the back, I really haven't. It's kind of harder for me to get to those. A little bit more of a pain in the butt for me to get to those. So that's the deal with that. I just got to take the time to give them a little bit of extra kick, and that's about it for that. I did finally get those up. I just zip tied them up there because I was worried that the wind may catch a hold of them and knock them over, and that would be a huge mess, and that's not what I want in my greenhouse. So I did zip tie them on there. So can't think of anything else in the greenhouse right now. All right, let's go see the organic bed, the tomatoes. I've got 18 tomatoes in here, and a lot of grass too. I actually dug this up by hand this year again, and added more fertilizer, and there's still grass coming up from everywhere. So I can see that I'm going to be doing that pretty much all year like I did last year. Hopefully it's not as bad as last year. I certainly went to a lot more effort this year to combat that. So I would be kind of pissed off if, but anyway, I'll think of something. This one was actually damaged in the wind. It looked just like these do, and that just broke right off there. But I've got some suckers. There's actually no leaves on this thing at all right now, but there is 3 suckers coming out. So hopefully those will come out, and that one will regrow. But if it doesn't, I have, as you saw before, I have plenty of extra tomato plants that I can afford to bring out of the aquaponics and bring in here. So let's see if I can run through the names. These are Brandywine here. This is Jubilee. These are Super Sweet 100, so those are cherry tomatoes. There's Jet Setter and Better Boy. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna take you inside and show you the Aquagarden. All right, this is the Aquagarden. I made up a little cool sign in the background there. It's kind of hard to see, but my wife kind of helped me with that. Alright, this is just a 10-gallon aquarium. I'm using a floating raft system in here. Got lettuce going right now. I did have some herbs. I was trying out different kinds of herbs to see if they would grow. Actually, this needs water. I just need to top up the water in this. It's a little bit low. And the herbs didn't do so well. I actually threw them out in the greenhouse. The dill died right away. The thyme is still alive, but it's kind of struggling, and so I just decided that wasn't going to work. They weren't really suited for you know, floating raft. I know lettuce is, and I also added, this time around I actually added hydroton inside, and actually you can already see a root coming out of there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right there. But yeah, I just did this the other day, and I know lettuce is gonna do really well in here. This is my little, these are my goldfish. First of all, there's Lucky, the small one, and I have names for the other one, but I won't bore you with that. Then I have a little pump right there. It's just a little submersible pump, and I did this homemade biofilter thing, and I think it works. I mean, I put it in there, and like a day later there's algae growing, so, and that was like fresh water, like, you know, city water, so I'm guessing it works. You can see like microfine, like those micro bubbles coming out. That's part of the design of it. It actually, the PVC pipe runs all the way through it, and it has an air stone, one of those long air stones inside of that PVC tube, and so the water blows, it blows the water through the PVC tube over the aerated bubbles and then back over, because this is a 2-inch pipe. There's a 1/2-inch pipe inside of it, and there's gravel, this exact kind of gravel inside that tube, so it just has to, it's forced to pass through all that gravel. So you've got aerated water passing over gravel, which if you know anything about, you know, beneficial bacteria, that's a good thing. You're gonna breed bacteria. And then I have gravel underneath too, and I have an air stone, so you know, there's plenty of definitely plenty of oxygen in this water. You know, it's hard to see on the video, but if you were here and you were looking closely, you could see just tons and tons of micro bubbles, or whatever you want to call them. So that's a good thing. We're definitely producing a lot of bacteria and a lot of nitrates for the plants to soak up. So I do have a suckerfish in there, so that's why the tank looks clean. I've got goldfish and a suckerfish. If you're going to do a system for your kitchen countertop, I definitely recommend these fish. I did have a tilapia in there, and like I said, the algae just went crazy because they don't do you know, as good of a job as these fish do, and plus they're a little bit nicer to look at and funner. You know, I guess they're a little bit more fun to feed, and kids can watch them and play with them and stuff, so that's cool. But this is my little experiment, just a 10-gallon aquarium. I made this homemade reflector. This is just cardboard. I got lucky, and it kind of matches the color of my cabinets here, so it's not really too bad looking. I mean, it does the job. And underneath, which you can't see this from anywhere else until you actually walk up, and that normally is held up there. I can just tie that up, but what you have is just 2 compact fluorescents, and I can make those bigger or smaller. I've just got a couple 13-watt bulbs in there right now, and that seems to be enough. I may step it up a little bit. We'll see if these things show any signs of struggling. I'll just maybe step it up to like a 28-watt. But that's it. I mean, all the cords are hidden behind. I got that little, you know, a little sign thing behind it, and there you go. All right, that's easy. It didn't really take much effort, just a little bit of time to think about it, a little creativity, and you know, there you go. You got some lettuce or whatever. I think, you know, now that I added the hydroton in there, I think herbs would do a lot better in this kind of environment with something stable to grab onto. I mean, you guys may try it. I don't know. I'm kind of done trying things. I think I'm just going to try it. I'm going to grow lettuce in here and see if I can get a crop of lettuce from it, and maybe I'll try something else after that. But all right, that's basically video number 1 on the Aquagarden. And all right, guys, thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my videos, and shoot me a comment if you got a question or something like that. All right.